What do people learn too late? To protect their ears, you don't want to live with tinnitus for the rest of your life because you were exposed to a loud noise once. Learn this one too late. I can ignore it most of the time, but some nights. That salary amount is not the entirety of an equation when deciding where to work. You have to take into account the cost of living, commute times, the safety of the nearby area, and the convenience of living in the area. Studies have shown that taking a 20-minute longer commute is as bad for your job satisfaction as a 19% pay cut. On top of that, wealth equals money in, money out. If a new job pays 20k more, but if rent/property prices are 30k more per year, you are taking a pay cut. On top of that, you have to consider your future. Do you have to move to an undesirable location to work there? Crammed in a little apartment where the nearest services are an hour away? What about air quality? What about noise levels? Is this a place where you want to start a family and raise kids? All of those play a factor in determining the desirability of a job. I am a firm believer that my job doesn't exist outside the city is a bullshit myth. Even if you're a super specialized rocket scientist with a PhD in orbital dynamics, NASA is not the only organization with a job opening for you. There are many more factors to that. Is this a job you really like? If you are making more money, but hate the job, is it really worth it? You are spending most of your day and your life at that place. If that part of your life sucks, it will affect your mood and happiness a lot. And close to that, the work atmosphere. Are you getting along with your colleagues? Is your boss a decent person? The social part plays a big role and is often ignored. That the cliché "you never know when it's the last time you'll see to someone" should absolutely be remembered for every occasion. My best friend just died in a car accident this past Saturday, and the last time I saw him we got in an argument and he left and we didn't speak after that. I'm destroyed by it. Edit. Thank you all so much for the support and for the awards. I do have a great support circle outside of this, but all these replies and condolences really shows the empathy complete strangers can have. My grandpa passed away 2 weeks ago from cancer. We flew to Saskatchewan, where he lives, and managed to see him. I talked with him and gave him a hug. Before we left, I had the feeling that I was never seeing him again. I snuck back into the room and gave him one last hug and told him that I will miss him. He died 6 hours later. I'm so grateful for whatever it was that told me to see him one last time before we went home. The importance of writing skills for formal contexts. Writing is an important skill in nearly any field, and the more a career advances, the more important it becomes. The lack of adequate writing skill often holds back a career. Yet many people squander their opportunities to learn writing because they think their class assignments are empty busy work, and they figure their skills in spoken English and informal text messages will carry over when they need to write for work. I work in IT and write emails all goddamn day. We work each other's support tickets, so I have to read emails my co-workers send to clients, and goddamn do people slaughter the English language. Also, if I hear "leave a message and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience" one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. That happiness usually comes from a diverse range of interests, hobbies, and commitments. You are not your job. Your romantic partner cannot be your everything, etc. It's so easy to get sucked into a life where your career is everything or where you wrap your entire identity around your partner. There is nothing wrong with celebrating your loved ones and being close. And there is nothing wrong with caring about your job, you just need more to thrive. I see this so often in relationships. Two people meet and fall in love. They each inspire one another based on their interests and achievements, it's part of what makes them fall in love. But slowly, over time, they let those hobbies go. Stress gets in the way. Bills pile up. And then one day they find themselves wondering why they ever loved this person in the first place. Instead of being sexy and interesting, they're just part of a routine. TLDR, diversify your interests and activities to be happy. Don't rely on a single person, hobby, or commitment to give you everything you need. Weave the tapestry of your life with many threads, Frasier. That some things can never be undone. The actions you take and the words you speak will come back around sooner or later. Yes, some words can never be taken back. I learned the hard way. This is why it's better to train yourself to think carefully before saying something. I didn't do that because I wanted everything to come naturally, but I realized that's just an excuse I used to avoid taking responsibility of things I said. The value of walking away from someone toxic in your life, even if it is your parents and family. If you are thinking of it and are scared and have somewhere where you can land in a safe place, then do it. It hurts like hell for a long while, but it gets better, and one day you realize how peaceful your life is and you find you only miss the family you wish you had had. Yes. Also, find a support net, but for your own sanity, just avoid the topic with people who are curious. Not many people understand and will try to talk you into making up with your family. It's so hard in the beginning, but it gets much easier. You find your own people, create your own families, and your own peace. That they are terrible at parenting. Too late and won't admit it? As a follow-on, don't accidentally have kids with someone who has told you they don't want kids. Overwhelmingly, they won't come to adore the kids. And there is someone in the back who is like, you said overwhelmingly as if there is a small chance. Just know. Don't ever think it's okay to talk to yourself in a manner you wouldn't let another human being talk to you. The biggest abuser I ever had in my life was my constant companion, the thoughts in my head. We often take care to choose our words when correcting a child or friend, but if anyone had talked to me the way I talked to me for 30 straight fucking years, I would have murdered them, and probably got away with it too. Be nice to yourself, you're the only you have. My brain after reading that, yeah, be nicer to yourself, you stupid. Don't worry if you aren't living an exciting or extravagant life. It's okay to live simply and quietly. It doesn't mean that you're wasting your life. I'm the most boring person ever. I'm 30, never went out when I was younger, never bunked a day of school, got straight A's, never smoked a cigarette or anything else, never ever been tipsy, and I don't drink. I'm always at home crocheting, playing with my kids, gardening. I have about 4 friends and no social media. I didn't really date, met my husband at 20 and got married. Didn't have a wedding, and I love getting a good bargain. but I feel like I'm living the most exciting life because it's my most authentic life and I'm not changing the world but I'm keeping my part of the world beautiful and clean. Edit to add that when my kids hug me or tell me I'm a nice mommy, that makes me feel I have a pretty good life.